Well, let's cross live to Uyo now and speak to Senate Spokesman Yemi Adaramodu. Good to see you and thanks for your time. That's a big one there for many Nigerians. Let's start off from where President Tinubu has asked you all to join hands with him to take Nigerians out of poverty. How well is the Senate looking to achieving this?
Well, good evening, Nigerians, and thank you for bringing me on. Yes, today, a two-day retreat commenced in Akwaibom, Ikotepenetan to be precise, and the theme of the retreat is seriously centered on fiscal policy and tax reforms. And we know that for any kind of developmental matters and programs and projects to even be effectively delivered by government, then we have to strengthen the fiscal policy, which is the platform, and then tax reforms again, which are the platforms, which are the trains that can deliver the goods to the generality of our people in Nigeria. So that is why the Senate, the 10th Senate, deems it very fit that it is very necessary that we recuse ourselves from our chambers and the different offices and come back to a very serene area whereby we can sit down and then bring together some economic eggheads in Nigeria who are experts and well-grounded in tax reforms matters and then fiscal policy enunciation, so that we can, together with us, we can sit down and see what we can do to make a difference and to even make a paradigm shift from what it has always used to be. Number one is that we know, and everybody knows in Nigeria, that yes, we are facing a kind of Herculean task economically. So we are facing a serious economic morass in Nigeria today. And so 2024 budget and fiscal policy has to be seriously very strong to the extent that it can withstand what the government is putting down in order to change the face of our economy. Because now the economy needs a lot of oxygen to breathe very well, and so as to make sure that Nigerians, we bring them out of that kind of unbridled and destituting poverty. So that is why we are here in the Uyo, Ikotepene, and then at least since morning we have been on it, and then a lot have been said, a lot have been done, and then we have even started concluding and arriving at solutions and what we are going to do to enhance and to ensure that we support the executive to make sure that the executive delivers.
So here
that
is
the executive delivers, and
okay.
then
go on.
You are talking.
Okay, go on.
Hello?
Well, let me pass this quickly to you now. Can you educate Nigerians concerning the figures ruled out so far? It says 65% of Nigerians being multi-dimensionally poor, and 85 million persons are the official figure of the poor. Isn't there a disparity with the figures here? Can you educate Nigerians on the figures or the statistics?
Number one, the thing is this. No Nigerian is supposed to be very poor. Either it is 1 million, even if it is 10 million, or 30 million, or 85 million. The figure disparity does not even matter this time around. What we know is that there's poverty. It is not only that we are desirous in alleviating poverty, but ways of stamping out poverty out of Nigeria. Because no Nigerian is supposed to go to bed without a very decent or 2 decent meals in a day. No Nigerian is expected to. No Nigerian youth is supposed to not get a job to do in Nigeria. No Nigerian parent is supposed to not be able to even sponsor or to educate his or her own child or children. So definitely it's not even the figure that matters, either World Bank figure or ECOWAS figure or Nigerian figure or statistician figure or any data. It's not about it, but we know, and we all live in Nigeria. We know there is poverty in the land, and then the government is desirous in making sure that we make this a thing of the past. That is what the desire of government, be it executive and the legislature, is that yes, we must initiate policy, and not only initiation of policy, but we must make sure that whatever policy that is initiated is put into use, put into practice, and ensure that Nigerians are brought out of economic morass. So don't let us start banding around about this figure: 85 million people, 130 million people, 30 million people. Nobody, I don't think, and I don't expect that anybody will support one Nigerian to go hungry. I don't think, and I don't expect that that one Nigerian youth must go without having education.
That's a fine one.
One Nigerian youth must
Senator
go without
Adaramodu,
a job.
Allow me come in here. Apologies for buttoning.
Yes.
It's a good one, and many Nigerians are excited Nigerians are excited about this retreat. But again, how does this work? Knowing full well that there is this kind of anger amongst Nigerians who still think that if we're talking about paucity of funds and things are hard in the country, the National Assembly, the Senate inclusive, will be thinking of some kind of expenditure that should have waited, for instance, the purchase of cars.
Well, paucity of funds or no paucity of funds, we are in Nigeria. Then the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said that we Nigerians should not even pity him, that he knows the job that he has come to take and that he wants to make good of it. The same way, we the legislators, we know where we are and we know the job that we have taken, and we want to make good use of it, because Nigerians, we take Nigerians out of the woods. So we will not leave Nigeria and Nigerians for somebody else to come and take us out of the woods. So it is Nigerians. So this is the time that patriotic Nigerians are called upon to ensure that they put whatever they have into use, either mental resources, either even physical resources and whatever, to put it into use. And then even the resources that Nigeria is getting, if it is well managed, if all loopholes are blocked, and there is judicious use of funds, and then, like we said about fiscal policy, if a very good watertight fiscal policy is initiated for Nigeria, and then the tax reforms are done, so we don't have multiple taxation, we go directly to make sure that those people that are supposed to pay tax, they pay the tax, and they pay the tax proportionally to what they are supposed to pay. And definitely, and then we have good managers. Definitely, Nigeria will get out of the woods within a very short while. And again, coming to the issue of maybe legislators buying this or not buying that, I've come on air several times. The other time when we were talking about furniture, even up to I am talking now, no furniture has even been bought, because when you do budget does not mean that money is available. The money is not even yet available. No furniture has even been bought. But when you talk about cars, definitely in every 4 years, which is a term of a legislator, it can be the first year, it can be the second year, it can be within 3 months. Then there must be working tool which a vehicle is part of, and this is for oversight functions. And again, the vehicle is always boarded. The work is always boarded. After, if you don't want it to be boarded for you, then so be it. You leave it and you go your way. If you want it to be boarded for you, then you pay for it. So,
all right. Let's move to how this is going to work. How does the National Assembly intend to achieve a seamless working relationship with the executive arm to, ensure that the fiscal policy rollout is achieved or implemented?
Definitely, for the first time in the history of the legislature, that this kind of a retreat is happening, especially the team. The team is about fiscal policy, tax reforms. It means that we have made up our minds to assist and to work in synergy with the executive arm to ensure that we have a kind of robust way of tackling the economic problem that Nigeria is facing. So definitely, it is like a res ipsa loquitur. So the case has spoken for itself. So if we are not ready to synergize with the executive, definitely that team, fiscal policy and tax reform wouldn't be the topic of our debate and our discussion in Akwaibom today. So
all right,
this shows that we are ready, and we have even taken the bull by the horns, and that we are supporting, and we are going to support and fervently support the executive to ensure that we deliver for Nigerians and to make sure that the Nigeria economy gets its oxygen back, and then we deliver it out of the ICU, which is
well,
the
that's
Nigeria
a fine place. I think it's a fine place to anchor it tonight. We'd like to thank you for your time, Yemi Adaramodu, spokesman for Nigeria's Senate.